Hello and welcome everybody to Qualifier Weekend. I'm Paul Cheon and today is day one of Qualifier Weekend where we will be playing best 2 out of 3 sealed, and if we get a good enough record, we will make it into day 2 of Qualifier Weekend, which will then give us a shot at qualifying for the Arena Championship. And the Arena Championship is an amazing tournament. The field is not super large, guaranteed prizes for everybody. So basically playing for a shot at prize money, glory, qualifications to the Pro Tour, all kinds of good stuff. But of course, it all starts here. Now, before we hop in, I did want to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy some booster boxes of Secrets of Strixhaven, or you wanted some singles for your constructed decks, check out TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, they are having a Mayhem promotion. Basically, from May 14th through May 28th, they will be giving out $50 in store credit every single day, culminating into a big sale event on May 29th, where you can get at least 8% back on your purchases in store credit. Make sure you check it out, description in the link below. Also check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you're in the market for top of the line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and much, much more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. All right, here we go. Gotta adjust my sound here. Please be good. All right, I've seen much, much better, but maybe this is something we can work with. Usually what you want to do, you end up in Teamer, but maybe there's like a Witherbloom deck, I don't know. Echocasting Symposium can be pretty cool if you have a lot of good creatures to copy, noting that it's not really good at copying the Magma Blood Archaic or Berta. Grieve Researcher can be fine. Mozio can also be quite good. Of course, this means that you're going to be playing a more creature-heavy deck, so if we end up with like a Silver Quill deck, that could work. Berta is also decent. Zafai, I don't really love. It's just whatever. I get maybe in sealed it's a little bit better, and then Vastland Scavenger is fine, although a little bit hard to cast. But a lot of this comes down to like the mana fixing that we have. If you see the video from yesterday, we had what looked like a mediocre pool, but our mana was amazing to the point where we could just play all of our good cards, and hopefully that's the case here. So, all right. We'll note that our white looks very, very weak. If you want to play a good aggressive strategy, you're certainly going to need a lot of good white cards. And right now we have, just a bunch of like mediocre creatures. So very unlikely to play white. Taking a look at our blue here, we got some interaction, Hydro Channeler. Blue also looks not super deep, but, card draw is always very good in sealed deck, and we have the Echocasting Symposium, Homesickness, and Flow State, and Hydro Channeler if we get some Converge cards. We have, I guess, a pair of Muses Encouragements. Moving on to black, we have, some removal, End of the Hunt, a couple of Last Gasps, triple Cost of Brilliance. So if I do end up in a good Witherbloom deck, because I think Silver Quill is unlikely, then that would work. Grieve Researcher, Mozio, okay. Arcane Omens, very, very good card in sealed. Certainly something that I'll be looking to splash, even if I don't end up in black, we'll see. Moving on to red, we have double Tablet of Discovery, which I like, some removal, and the Magma Blood Archaic in a slightly creature-heavy deck. It can do a little bit of work. Moving on to green, we have Burog Barrage, couple of Noxious Newts, Knockout Maneuver. All right, we have some ramp creatures in green, but like not a whole lot of top end. Glorious Decay could maybe see a little bit of play in sealed deck. All right, moving on to the rest of our pack. We have a few lands, which is okay. And then we have Silver Quill Charm, Abigail. But like I said, I don't think my white was good enough to allow us to play like a good streamlined black-white deck. Just take a look at our 2-drops here in black-white. Literally 0. So yeah, black-white, no Elite Interceptors, no curve. All we have is a Burog Banemaker. So that's probably not something we can do. Blue-red has some filler-level cards. We got to Pursue the Past, the Cuboid Colony. All right, like 2 Potioner's Trove. So that could certainly help us out here. But we'll note that I think overall this pool is kind of weak. Our mana isn't perfect. We do have 2 Potioner's Trove, so we can do some light splashing, but we can't go crazy like we did in yesterday's sealed deck video. But first, we clean things up with the power of editing magic. Okay, yeah, like I mentioned, the white is simply far too weak. So I think I'm going to cut that. We didn't even really, we opened 0 Lorehold cards too. So yeah, I mean, black-white is certainly not an option, which means like very unlikely to also want to play any of these cards here. In which case, what do we have? Like, we have a lot of black cards, and certainly some of them are pretty good. The thing is there enough in like a Witherbloom deck? We opened very few Witherbloom cards as well. In fact, I mean, what are like the cards that stand out? It's like Echocasting Symposium, but fairly weak blue, Magma Blood Archaic, Berta, but then we have like a bunch of black cards. How good is our red? The only thing that really stands out, excuse me, the only thing that stands out to me in red are the 2 Tablet of Discoveries. Like, there's a couple of okay removal spells, and I suppose a Zealous Lorecaster is something that we can splash. I mean, there's certainly enough playables in red. And I do have Prismari Charm, Visionary's Dance, and Stadium Tidal Mage, so that is also an option here. But like I said, the black looks really deep. Green, I don't really love the Glorious Decay. I think it's more of a sideboard card. Maybe there's like a Witherbloom aggro deck with like, it does give me like a fair number of 2-drops. I have 3 2-drops here. Actually, that's the only 2-drops that I have. Gosh. All right, I'm going to start with a Witherbloom deck here, just because I actually have some 2-mana creatures, but there's a lot of different ways we can build this. All right, so this is a Witherbloom deck. It's got a fine curve. It's got a bunch of Death Touch creatures with like plenty of removal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 removal spells, and I suppose also a Witherbloom Charm. We also have Cost of Brilliance to like draw some cards, and then we have Mozio, although noting that this deck doesn't really have that many ways to gain life, so this isn't even that much of a bomb in this deck. This is simply just like a 3-mana 2/1 flyer that makes a 1/1 token, so like nothing really to get back. So that's just, again, not necessarily a selling point here. If I wanted to splash the Berta, I could with the Potioner's Trove, or I could just go straight Golgari and play something like this, which looks fine, but really unexciting. Like, this is not a deck that makes day 2, I don't think. It's fine. It's got playables. This is like, I probably go 3-3 with this. So let's try to take a look at some other builds. All right, now this is a soup deck that I have laid out in front of me here. Basically like a blue-red deck, splashing black for Arcane Omens, because I think this is really, really important in beating the other soup decks. Basically, you're going to play against almost all soup decks, and it looks okay. Certainly can probably cut Tam on the splash, and we have to cut a lot of cards here, but our mana actually works. This gives us 8 blue sources and 7 red sources, along with 2 Potioner's Troves, which helps with both, and then very light splashes here. Berta as a nice win condition, which goes well. So then we have like 1 forest, the Paradox Gardens, and 2 Troves should be fine for the Berta. And then for black, we're certainly going to need a little bit more, but we get exactly the same here. We have 2 black cards, or 2 black sources, and 2 Potioner's Troves, so that's 4. But then we, of course, have Seize the Spoils and some amount of deck manipulation. Oh, and also Hydro Channeler. So as long as since all my black spells are spells, I can actually play it off the Hydro Channeler, which certainly helps out a fair amount. So these are the types of decks that I've had a lot more success with when I play with this format. So I think this is kind of what I'm looking at. Just has a lot more late game potential. Also, I want to live the dream of playing Echocasting Symposium on Zealous Lorecaster. That is amazing. Noting that it's not very good with Magma Blood Archaic or Zephi. Again, I'm still not even sure if I want to play the Zephi. All right, I need to start cutting some cards. I'm going to probably look at cutting Banishing Betrayal. I think I'd rather splash for these like hard removal effects. So this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 removal effects. Maybe cut some of these. Maybe cut the Zephi. Still need more cuts here. These are my only 2, so probably should keep those. I kind of want to play the Embrace the Paradox. I know it's on the splash. It's just because I don't really have a whole lot of card draw in this deck. I think I'm going to cut Muse Seeker here. All right. I decided to go back with the Embrace the Paradox. I think because my curve is so absurdly high, I'm going to cut Homesickness. All right. And for the last cut, I think I'm going to cut a Tidal Mage. I think Sealed Deck is just so much about developing your mana and drawing cards. So I put the Embrace the Paradox back in over Homesickness. I know I'm running a little bit low on creatures to copy with the Symposium. I actually realized that you can copy this. For some reason, I always think this is a 0/0. It's a 2/2. So copying it isn't the worst. And honestly, you just need anything. And with all the card draw that I have, I feel like I'll have something in play. So let's give this a whirl. All right, now before round one starts, I wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a wonderful group of folks also looking to up their limited game. Lots of benefits depending on the tier. If you want to join a great group of folks and try to up your limited game, check it out. Also, I made a last-second decision to go up a red source over a blue source. So we're on 8 blue, 8 red, 7 blue. It's really close between the two, but I have more red cards overall. All right, let's go ahead and play Paradox Gardens. We have all of our colors at least. Oh yes, the classic turn 4 Arcane Omens for the full amount. All right, let's just hope our opponent doesn't have like the most ridiculous aggressive start here. But this is amazing. I mean, I'm gonna make them discard 5 cards here potentially. All right, so they do have 2 good attackers. So that's not nothing. Blue, black, red, green. Okay. Okay. I mean, look, I'm still taking a bunch of damage. Okay, there's a land, and we play 2 things, right? So why don't we go Berta into Glassrite. Oh, and then we can make a treasure. This is amazing. Red. Bam. All right, things are looking amazing for us. Okay, Zimone's Experiment, really good after an Arcane Omens for 5. They hit 2 creatures that they can play. We hit a flow state, but would like to hold off on that until I can get something else going. All right, so what do I want to do? I mean, I can technically play both of these. Mana Valley, yeah, so why don't we do that? Let's go blue. I can loot. I don't need Hydro Channeler here. And then we can also play this. And then I can either attack or make a 1/1. I'm just going to make a 1/1. And do I want to attack? Nah. Wow, that was an incredible turn. Yeah, you're not going to beat that. All right, well, that was quick. I mean, that is why you play Arcane Omens. It's a silly, silly, powerful magic card, and I'm glad it's on our team. All right, well, didn't really see enough there to figure out, like, sideboards. I mean, they're like a Witherbloom deck. I guess I could have something a little bit more to slow down their aggression, but I feel like I'm playing all of it. Like, the only other card to consider... maybe I should have brought it in. The only other card to consider was the bounce spell, the Banishing Betrayal that I have. So, you know, this is me just like, I play too much best of one. I don't even think about sideboarding, and that's my bet. Especially given what's on the line here, I should have definitely taken a look at my sideboard. So we'll do that for future matches. All right, let's play Forum of Amity because I already have blue and red sources. The question is, should I flow state turn 2? Probably not. I don't really need to smooth out my draws just yet. Okay. Oh, Prismari Charm is great. All right. So this is wonderful because now I can like cast Prismari Charm, kill their creature with End of the Hunt, and then play flow state for the full amount. Simone's Experiment. Okay. They're probably going to be looking to ramp, so they got a land in a Shopkeeper's Bane. Okay. Surveil 2, draw a card. Do I want the land? I don't think so. I have 2 more in my hand. Oh, Potioner's Trove, fantastic. All right. I was considering running out or discarding the Visionary's Dance, but at this point I feel like I should just hold on to it, right? Because I'm so super close to casting it, and then I can have something to copy with my Echocasting Symposium. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get them again. This is hold on, they have 4 cards, so I can just do it like this and gain life, right? White, full control, Arcane Omens, black, red, blue, blue, white. What a silly card. What a silly card. Oh, they had a Eternal Student. Okay. I mean, I still have a lot of tools here. Ooh, Sundering Archaic is actually really good. Okay. Alright, that was a really good draw, actually. So we're going to need to find some land drops here. I'm going to cast End of the Hunt as well. But I'm going to cast a Flow State. Oh, hold on. Like this. If I do this, I can tablet and play End of the Hunt and Flow State still. Hopefully we hit a land off of this. We didn't. I am not going to play Hydro Channeler here. Red, red, black. Let's End of the Hunt the opponent. And then let's play Flow State. Get some lands. Paradox Gardens and a Potioner's Trove. I mean, I definitely am going to get a Paradox Gardens. Do I want to get a Trove? 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, let's get the Trove, I guess. I think the life gain will be relevant. Alright, we go to 10. They're top decking. Wow. I mean, they are drawing very, very well. Let's see. So I can play Trove, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I can go Trove into Visionary's Dance. I'm at 10. I can also go Zealous Lorecaster into a removal spell and kill one of their things. Like, End of the Hunt. Oh, no. I can Zealous Lorecaster to Prismari Charm an Essence Knit Scholar and a 1/1 flyer. I think I like that. Yeah, that's good. So Shopkeeper's Bane and the Flyer will still be able to deal damage to me. We're going to take those. Alright. Ooh, Great Hall of the Biblioplex. Okay. So now I can go Echocasting Symposium on the Lorecaster. And then, I mean, that's obviously super strong, right? The question is, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can get the Prismari command. 1, 2. If I play a land. What if I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can do all of it. I can also play Visionary's Dance. Is that better? That gives me more block. No. Let's just do this. Wow. Oh my gosh, did Auto Tapper just get me? I think it did. Oh, no. Yeah, 2, 3, 4... Okay, here. I need to just keep up red. There we go. And then we'll get Prismari Charm. Alright. Do I just kill the flyers? No, I'm just gonna wait. Alright. At 5 life, just trying to answer all of their things. We have the Symposium going. If they kill the Lorecaster, of course, that's annoying. But that is a Melancholic Poet, and then now we're going to be able to gain a bunch of life. Alright, this is the late game, right? This is the late game. How do they beat this? I don't know that they do. We're just going to keep getting back removal spells here. 3, 4... Let's play this. Okay. Gain life. Attack. Alright. We are doing the control thing. And 1-0. Good place to start. Let's keep going. Alright, on the play here. Hey. Well, we have a lot of cards we can't cast, but... I mean, our deck has lots of mana, and we have Flow State and Visionary's Dance to kind of help us find what we need, so happy enough with this. Terramorphic I would kill for that. We drew Swamp. Certainly very good. Now we can Bitter Triumph, and it would be pretty cool if we can Visionary's Dance, put an instant into our graveyard, and then Flow State. But at the same time, like, I'm not opposed. Like, if they just play a creature, I'm probably going to cast Bitter Triumph here. I don't really care what the creature is. And then if not, then we'll cycle the Visionary's Dance. That is the Seize the Spoils. That's really interesting. and there's a Forum of Amity, I'm going to go with Seize the Spoils. Because that allows us to ramp into Arcane Omens, which is really good. And then we can just bin the Stadium Title Mage. And then we found a land, which is great. So now we can Arcane Omens for 4, which is obviously fantastic. Strife Scholar is the play for the opponent. I mean, I can also wait, because they can't Arcane Omens me back. Might be a good time to run out the tablet, just to have access to a lot of mana. I can also just play Embrace the Paradox. I kind of like the tablet, though. Okay, I hit a land, which is great. Then we'll pass. That is a painful target for Bitter Triumph, I will say. 6 cards in hand. Micah, Reader of Runes. Okay. I think I'm going to take this. I'm going to save my treasure. Alright, Echocasting Symposium is the draw. I should kill the Micah. Yeah, let's kill the Micah. Let's take 1,000,000 damage. And then I can play a Flow State. They have 5 cards. Yeah, let's play Flow State. Put Heated Argument, and I think I just want an untap land. Because I'm going to cast Arcane Omens next turn no matter what. And then I'm just going to play the Campus Composer here. Yeah, I can't play Embrace the Paradox now. But I just want to make sure, like I went down to 11. I just want to make sure that I have a blocker for the Scholar. And just like not fall too behind here. Goblin Glassrite, okay. And Abstract Paint. Alright, so we're going to make them discard their hand now. Oh, I kind of messed up, actually. Oh, well. Alright, we got a couple cards out of their hand. We'll play Rebel Rouser. I'm going to just discard this Embrace the Paradox. And we're good. They can make a pair of 2/2s here, so that's certainly a thing. But we can start copying Campus Composers next turn with the Echocasting Symposium. And they don't really have good attacks here. So they're developing a pretty good board, but you know, now I get to get the Echocasting Symposium going. And I'm going to play the land. Unsubtle Mockery was actually a really good draw. Let's cast this. The question is, do I want to kill the Paint Mage? I think so. Don't want the mountain. And we can chill. All right. So now we're going to start being able, we will be able to start building an army of 3/3 flyers as well. I actually have the mana to kind of do everything. Knockout maneuver? Sure. Well, glad that we already made the copy. Oh, we will take 4 though. Oh, more than 4. Okay. 6. We have infinite cards in our graveyard. I guess I can just like ping them. I mean, with 10 cards in my graveyard, I just have to be mindful of Zealous Lorecaster. I feel like attacking with 1 creature is still fine when we have all these blockers. So we are at 5 life, so I suppose like a Traumatic Critique off the top kills us. Jadzi is a really good draw. Now we do have the removal spell for it. But yeah, our plan here is to just win with our flyers, right? This is the power of the Symposium. You don't need much, right? It's not like you need 1,000,000 creatures. You just need to make sure you have like one solid one. Landscape Painter is the draw. They don't have great attacks. Let's start exiling, I don't know, a land, I guess. Draw. That's a Tablet of Discovery. We'll just keep making flyers. I don't need to play the tablet this turn, I don't think, because I just have enough to do with my mana here. So let's, let's not mess around. Let's cast this. Exile, Seize the Spoils. Let's make another 3/3. Certainly attack with the flyers. They have 4 attackers. If I do this, I have 4 blockers. All right, let's just keep that back. Because this is a lethal attack next turn anyways, and I still get to keep up 5 blockers. So they're probably going to need to draw cards here and hope for the best. A blue-red deck splashing green for Paradox Surveyor, Embrace, and Knockout Maneuver, sure. Got to think about what I would like to sideboard here, if possible. They don't have any artifacts, so I don't really need to board in like the green disenchant effect. Okay, so this is a desperation attack with everything. Let's block, 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 block. Just playing around like Monstrous Rage or something, you know? Let's exile Arcane Omens, just in case they kill the Rebel Rouser. And even if they deal 2 damage to everything, I have a pair of 3/3s. Traumatic Critique would deal 4 damage. Holy smokes! Why would you show me that card? Oh my gosh, okay, so I gotta be careful with my Bitter Triumph. Traumatic Critique? Wow. Okay. So that is a thing to note. I don't really have any counter spells. It's like the one thing any seal deck, like Arcane Omens is really important, but so are counter spells. Like Disdainful Stroke, Brush Off, Mana Sculpt, even Spell Pierce, like all those cards are just really, really solid and sealed, but we don't have any of those cards. I think on the draw, they did have a fair number of creatures, so I think on the draw, I'll just bring in the Tidal Mage and cut the Paradox. Just cut one of my slow cards. And I think this is like, that's the worst of my expensive cards. Like this is Interaction, Omens is busted, Visionary's Dance cost 2. So yeah, we'll do something like that. Wow, how close was that? Our opponent was just sending a message. They're like, yeah, I almost had you. Oh my gosh, I'm glad I killed the Abstract Paint Mage with the Unsubtle Mockery too. Okay, what do we have? All right, good mana. Definitely gonna keep. I mean, look, our deck is mostly mana. 17 lands, 2 Tablet of Discoveries, 2 Potioner's Trove, and a Hydro Channeler. So the big concern is whether or not we have a little too much air in our deck. Just because I feel like in terms of action we have, in terms of ramp we have more than enough. Landscape Painter. We got the Hydro Channeler. I really don't like playing Tablet of Discovery on 3 because you can't get immediate value out of it, so I'm hoping I draw something else to play. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I should play it. I will begrudgingly play this Tablet as just a mana rock. If I hit a 3 mana play, see, that's a land. Yeah. Can you imagine if I hit like Unsubtle Mockery there? Oh my gosh, that would be insane. But I'm playing it here because this allows me to play Visionary's Dance next turn, which is still very good, right? Turn 4 Visionary's Dance, we take those. I should be relatively safe to run out Tablet next turn, so I think that's going to be my plan here. Unless I have the mana to play this and activate on the same turn. No, I'm 1 short. You need 9 mana. Fractal Tender. What the hell is this attack? Okay, so we'll go Tablet. Hit a Mountain. And then, because I want to be able to play this and make a flyer in the same turn, why don't we go with Stadium Tidal Mage here? Actually, I think I prefer the loot here anyways. Oh, this is where Embrace the Paradox might be a little bit better. Does this have reach? Not that it matters. Okay. All right, opponent down to 14. And Fractal Tender is certainly going to go off here, so that's obviously very concerning here for us. Our plan here is to try to kill them with our flyers. Play the hand that you're dealt, right? This could be a Traumatic Critique for 4 on Stadium Tidal Mage. Yeah, that would be very bad. Nope, it's a Magma Blood Archaic. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's very good. Oh, it's got reach? Oh my gosh. That's brutal. 3 cards in hand. I kind of feel like I need to play Tidal Mage to dig out of this. So yeah, let's do that. Let's loot. That is our own that is our own Magma Blood Archaic. I can only play it for 4 though. Is that worth? I think I'm just going to play Campus Composer. And then, like, play this as, like, a surprise. I mean, I guess next turn I can play it for 4 as well. But, like, next turn, I can certainly play the Archaic for 4. Red, blue, green, red. And then play Aqueous Aria and then like pump my whole team. So, I mean, this is obviously a big turn for the opponent. They've untapped with Magma Blood, Archaic, and Fractal Tender. This is potentially a disaster here. I might need to make some pretty rough blocks. 4 cards in hand for the opponent. Okay, so yeah, I mean, this is certainly a matchup where I prefer Embrace the Paradox over Stadium Tidal Mage. Like, I think the extra cards are more relevant. I'm basically playing all of my removal too, so that's not really a big thing. Yeah, I found 0 interactive spells. I have like 6 or 7 removal spells in my deck. Do they trample? No. I mean, something like this. Okay. Jadzi, come. Oh man, this is brutal. Okay, well, I might force some good blocks next turn. That's the only saving grace here. I mean, I guess there's also a world where like maybe I'm supposed to take a lot of that damage, but I don't know. Trading there seems not bad, especially based on the board that we were seeing. Now, of course, they have a Jadzi, which completely changes the equation here. Unsubtle Mockery. Well, I gotta full control this. 2 red, red. Yeah. Red, red, blue, green. Okay, so that's a 5/5. I only have access to 6 mana here. The question is, do I attack with everything? What does the Campus Composer get blocked by? I'm gonna attack with everything. Maybe I find something better. Could always be better. Okay, we don't want that. Okay, we don't want that. All right, well, we looted away a couple things we didn't want, so. And if they don't block, they die. So they kind of have to block, but there's not like a block that they love. Okay. I am happy making those trades. Kill the Jadzi. Oh, Zealous Lorecaster? Yes, please. All right. So our opponent goes to 8, loses like all 3 of their good creatures. So, I mean, I'm kind of liking my spot here. I need another cup of coffee. This is, I'm recording a little bit earlier than I normally like, and I'm definitely a little bit tired. And I need to be at the top of my game to win matchups like this, for sure. Emil? Oh, gosh. I mean, they're going to attack me. I should probably kill the Emil. Play Zealous Lorecaster, get back Unsubtle Mockery, probably. And then we'll kill this. Surveil. Don't want the island. I'm not just going to loot a random card into my graveyard. I don't think. Alright, opponent at 4, and I have 2 4/4s in play. They actually have a solid deck here. Just, you know, for sealed. Sanar, okay. They can use that to get something. Do I want to surveil on my upkeep? The problem if I surveil on my upkeep, I won't be able to play anything. Okay. So I'm just going to draw. Oh, Prismari Charm, huh? This is actually super interesting, because I have a couple of options here. So I can bounce my Lorecaster, or I can bounce their token and force the Sanar to block. They're both good. I'm going to kill the Sanar. I think both were fine considerations, by the way. Visionary's Dance. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, I guess we can't attack. That was a really good play. Oh my gosh, into Micah. So they can attack with like 1 flyer, maybe? You gotta be really careful. Okay. Echocasting Symposium, let's go! Ha ha! Amazing. Kill the flyer. So if they draw Traumatic Critique, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, so I go to 2. I go to 2. Oh, yes. Wow, I actually thought this one was going to be a game that we might lose. That was, I mean, that Unsubtle Mockery was just an absolutely amazing draw. And we're 2-0. 2-0. All right, on the play. Gonna keep this. Do love my opening hand. Got multiple colors of mana. I mean, yeah, Goblin Glassride Seize the Spoils, Potioner's Trove, etc. Okay. I consider playing out the tap land, but you know, on the play playing a 2-drop, there's still value there. Diary of Dreams, okay? Let's just ramp like... Let's just do the ramp thing. Look at all the mana we have. I might board in the Shatter, honestly. Okay. Don't really need to play Flow State just yet. I want to get this Bitter Triumph in the graveyard first. One way or another. Okay, we hit a Zealous Lorecaster here. Is it crazy to kill this? Like, they missed the land drop. I have 7 mana. Let's just play the Tidal Mage. Like, in boards like this, like, obviously I just want to play out my, my creatures. Yeah, let's cut that. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I have ended the hunt. They missed the land drop, and this is just a lot that they need to handle. By letting them untap with this, this also turns on their Diary of Dreams, and of course I have a lot more action in my hand. It's a very aggressive line, but like it's not like my hand has a shortage of things to do. You know, I'm gonna play Flow State, try to get some lands. If they play another creature, I can end the hunt, and then I also have Zealous Lorecaster to get something back if I need. Wander off, okay, fair enough. Yeah, so... I want to put pressure, so let's get Zealous Lorecaster and get Seize the Spoils back. I already have an end of the hunt here, so I'd rather just continue playing out card draw spells, right? Instead of, like, another removal spell here. 5 cards in hand for the opponent. They went back-to-back lands. Wild Growth Archaic. Okay, fair enough. Echocasting Symposium. Wow. Jeez. That's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Basically, like, Spell Pierce is the only card they can have. And then now we can get back to Bitter Triumph. And I have double black mana, so next turn I can just, like, kill both of the creatures that they play. Like, they play the Wild Growth Archaic and I can still kill everything. And they're at 8 life. Target me. What's in my graveyard? This is actually kind of interesting because they could have, like, a removal spell. Maybe I just try to copy the 2/2. Yeah. If you want to use a removal spell, kill that thing. Alright. Let's go end of the hunt. I guess we can do this. Proctor's Gaze. Okay. Sure. Well, it's a good thing we targeted the 2/2, right? Certainly very, very nice. I've got to Seize the Spoils, but, like, this is kind of tricky. Like, I don't really know what I want to do here. I can play, like, a bad value Flow State. I can play Seize the Spoils, but I don't have anything I want to discard. I guess I can just discard Bitter Triumph. Like, I want to just keep hitting my land drops, honestly. I'll hold off on using the treasure for now. But, I mean, I have 3 lethal attackers, and if they play a creature, I can Heated Argument. They can't play the black-green sweeper or they'll die. So there's not that many things they can play here. Mathematics isn't lethal. Crackle with Power isn't lethal. Splatter Technique. Nice. Alright, so now we can actually just pick up the Lorecaster. I could have done this to try to kill them, but I wanted to go with the cheaper spell. But I think in hindsight, the Heated Argument was better. Also really good against removal specifically. Okay, what can I get here? Let's play Flow State. Oh, wow. Let's put those two into our hand. No reason to play this just yet, though. I think the play here is still just Zealous Lorecaster and get back Prismari Charm to save it if I need. And that's like a protection spell, right? Because I have the Echocasting Symposium, so being able to just protect this against that seems really, really good. And of course, again, if my opponent ever plays a creature, I have Heated Argument to finish them off. Now, if they go like double removal spell on this to fizzle this, then of course we have the backup plan of like Berta into Tablet. But remember, I can't copy the Berta off of the Symposium. I want to find an Arcane Omens just to see what they're working with. Obviously, this is a tough choice for them. Stock up, okay. And this deck looks excellent, by the way. It might be better than ours. So it's just a matter of like how we sequence things. They have a lot of card draw, not a whole lot of creatures, right? But like a lot of good value cards, blue-red base deck. This is very, very normal in sealed deck. This is how most decks should look. The one thing I don't want to see them play is like a card draw spell. Or excuse me, a life gain. Like if they play Snarl Song, for example, that would be very annoying, right? Or Together as One. A Johnny's Response. All right. Yeah, I mean, at some point they're gonna like run out of removal spells, or like I'm hoping they play like multiple creatures in a turn here. Of course, I also have the option of picking up their Diary of Dreams. Lots of decent options. And especially against this deck, we're going to have to sideboard slightly differently. Like, we're going to have to go really deep, like knowing that they have a bunch of removal in their deck. I mean, I kind of still want to try to win with Echocasting Symposium, but again, it might be kind of tricky with all of this. I don't feel... I mean, there are two, but I don't feel safe. I do feel like I might have let this one slip away because I didn't play the Heated Argument on the Wild Growth Archaic. Okay. Oh, I know what this is. This is an Arcane Omens for 5. Oh no. If this is an Arcane Omens for 5, it's brutal. Divergent Why did they do that? Okay, we just go to the face. Unless they have Force of Will. No, they can't even Force of Will. Whew! Okay. Lots of removal and that X spell, so Arcane Omens obviously is going to be very, very important there, but let's really take a look at our suite of cards here. Like, Muse's Encouragement definitely gets a lot better in this matchup. Like, basically, like, slowing down the deck as much as possible. Finding all kinds of interesting answers to what they might be playing. Like, Stadium Tidal Mage is pretty bad. Just any creature that enters a battlefield and does absolutely nothing is not something that I'm interested in. So, hopefully we have enough time here to figure out how we want to sideboard. Muse Seeker is still probably bad. But, like, as far as, like, creatures are concerned... I would much rather play Muse's Encouragement, just because this is just something that I can play at instant speed. Same thing with like Magma Blood Archaic. It's kind of weird, right? Like, I like these 2-drops, and you know, these like all give me value. I mean, I guess I should still play this. Banishing Betrayal certainly doesn't need to make it in. I think we can cut like a Heated Argument, Unsubtle Mockery. I like the fact that the black spells are cheaper and can kind of kill anything. Actually, Homesickness is pretty bad. They don't have any creatures. All right. Okay, let's try that. Like, I'm going to keep some of the unconditional removal, and I think my best removal spells are the black ones, which is why I did that. But our opponent's deck looks very, very good. I am terrified of that deck. Like, we obviously have good draws that can beat them, but I think their cards, from what I've seen, are better than what we have. Let's keep this. Okay, let's go Hydro Channeler. Next turn, I'm going to play out Rubble Rouser. Yeah, let's attack. Let's pitch this mountain. Blue-green land, sure. So we have access to a lot of mana if we find spells that we can play. We have to be mindful of splatter technique, though, so I don't want to go, like, too crazy here. Although, I guess if I make them play splatter technique, it's not too bad. Let's play Tablet. Hopefully it's not, like, something big. Okay, great. We have a land in our graveyard. Splatter technique is pretty bad, right? For us. 4... Yeah, we're still going to play it. I kind of don't want them to draw 4 cards, to be honest. And I'm making the treasure right away. I know I lose the card in my graveyard, but if they do play land splatter technique, like, I want to have the treasure in play. Potioner's Trove, okay. Alright. Gosh, this is... I mean, if they had it, I think they probably cast it. I guess, no. They didn't have the mana to play it, right? Now the question is, can I play this for... I can play this as a 5/5, right? Red, blue, and then use the treasure? Alright, we'll do that. Okay, I should full control this just because I don't want to mess it up. So 2, red, blue, white. So, because this is a 5/5, it doesn't die to the splatter technique. And the next turn I can still play Campus Composer and activate and like potentially present a lethal attack. I guess they can also just kill my Archaic. How have we drawn no spells? Prismari Charm? Arcane Omens? I mean, that has to be Arcane Omens, right? No, it can still be... No, it's not Splatter Technique. They can't play Splatter Technique. Practice Scroll... What is happening here? Okay. Well, this is not nearly as impressive as... Okay. Ooh. That's pretty good. So I can still play Magma Blood Archaic as a 5/5, and... Do I want to bounce this? That seems kind of crazy, right? It does allow me to get in for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of damage. Alright. It's definitely not a good, like, short-term play, but this now gives me outs. Like, if their plan is to play the... They have to play the Prismari Charm, right? So if they play the Prismari Charm and play the Scrollsmith again, like, that sets up a potential lethal situation if I can just find a spell to play. So I feel like that was a really good opportunity to just deal 10 damage to my opponent, get them low enough to give me outs to a bunch of other things. Now, noting I don't have Heated Argument, I have a bunch of black removal spells that I... Oh no, I can cast it because I have the Hydro Channeler. Sure. But I just feel like they have the control tools to beat me because they have 5 cards in their hand, so I'm just making, you know, tempo-based plays now to try to win. I mean, they can still play the Scrollsmith here on the Charm, but if I can find any spell here, I think we win the game. They gained life? So they're choosing not to play the Prismari Charm? Okay. I drew Bitter Triumph. That's certainly very good. I guess we go for it, right? So 2. Whew! Man. I will say, like, I think my opponent, I don't know about the practice Scrollsmith splash, but like they had a lot of really good powerful 2-for-1 type effects. And I like our line of just, you know, playing our hand, playing aggressive and trying to win that game. And I also like the way that we sideboarded. So we are 3-0. Good start. Good start. Especially with a pool that I think is simply just okay. Just still play our best. Hope to run against, you know, decent players that don't have the most busted pools and try to win that way. 3 mountains and a swamp here with the Potioner's Trove. Gonna keep this here because Potioner's Trove is amazing. Okay, Arcane Omens, also amazing. There is a delay, so I wonder if they're gonna play like a... I guess they can still play Deduce or Prismari Charm here. Elemental Mascot, okay. Alright. We'll play the Trove. I mean, this is probably just straight up the best common in the format for sealed. They're going to miss a land drop? Ooh. Well, they abraded my Trove, which I'm very sad about. I don't really care about killing the mascot right now. So I'm just going to play out the Glass Right just to curve out, give myself... Okay. Yeah, I mean, maybe that was bad. But I wanted to be able to Mana Wash and then Arcane Omens my opponent's entire hand, right? So I don't think that was necessarily terrible. They have 4 cards in hand and they've been missing land drops. So I think I can wait on the Arcane Omens and just go Tablet of Discovery here. Okay, I shouldn't have tapped the Swamp. I mean, we hit the land here, though. Yeah, I should be at 18. Yeah, that was me not paying much attention to my color situation. All right, Stadium Title Mage is the draw here, and now we will be able to Arcane Omens for 4. Hold on, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't even... Wait, I can't even cast the Berta. Red, white, black. So I have to tap the Potioner's Trove, yeah. Yeah, I should be at 18. Oh well. We got their whole hand at least. Pursue the Past, makes sense. We can get End of the Hunt back with the Zealous Lorecaster. I think I'm interested in that. I can wait on the Berta. All right, so we got the Lorecaster here. They have 2 cards in hand. We have a significant mana advantage, and glad that they used the removal spell there, because now we have a Berta, which will hopefully be uncontested. And I'm going to keep this land in my hand because I have a Stadium Title Mage in my deck, and I still have the mana to Surveil. Hopefully they don't kill the Berta. If they kill the Berta, we're back to like square one or whatever. But, you know, they had no cards at one point, but I guess they did get to loot and play Pursue the Past. Now, again, if they have a removal spell here, then it is what it is. They probably do. Like an instant speed one. No, don't want the island. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, this is amazing. This is instant speed, right? Just making sure? Yeah. Okay. We're going to make a 10-10. All right, and yeah, they lost. Okay, so yeah, just like a Jeskai controlling deck there. Let's see. They had an Elemental Mascot, some removal. We are on the draw. I wonder if I should be looking to do a similar thing that I did in the previous matchup. But I didn't see anything that I wanted to shatter. So I don't know that I should just like blindly play Glorious Decay. Let me think. Suspend Aggression. I feel like my main deck configuration is decent here. And I'm not gonna rock the boat too much until I get a little more information. Like, my cheap removal is actually fine here because they played Elemental Mascot and they played a Stadium Title Mage. So this is a matchup where I would like to keep the Unsubtle Mockeries and stuff. 2-lander on the draw we're going to keep. We have a Tablet of Discovery and some good expensive cards. Drew a tap land, going to play that right away. They went tap land. Oh, so that was a timing tell. Did you see that? They have an Impractical Joke in their hand. When you have Impractical Joke, you can cast it without any targets. They have Impractical Joke or Burst Lightning, but I'm guessing Impractical Joke because they just did nothing there. I'm gonna wait on the tablets. Like, there's a good chance they play Tidal Mage here, and I want to be able to get a little more value off of this. All right, nice. I want lands, so well, do I actually want lands? Let me think. No, I do not want lands. Not a tap land, at least. Play Stadium Tidal Mage. Certainly don't need Hydro Channeler at this point. It's a good early play. I'm holding off on the tablet just because, like, you know, I want to give myself the chance to actually get value off of it. You know what I mean? Banishing Betrayal. Okay. End of the hunt. 5 cards in hand. Now do I want to... Because, let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2... No, I can't play Tablet and Tidal Mage. So let's just play Tidal Mage again. I'll discard this. A lot of good options. Obviously, I don't want to discard land there. Stadium Tidal Mage, sure. All right, so this is a really good opportunity to play Tablet because if I hit like a removal spell, I can play it, right? Off the tablet. So let's go blue, red, red, Tablet. Like Unsubtle Mockery, right? Then I can cast it. It's a land. That's amazing as well. And then we can play End of the Hunt. And now the question is, do I want to loot? I'm not sure. I guess you're always supposed to loot. That's a Potioner's Trove. I don't need that either. I'd rather have Tablet of Discovery because it finds me an extra card. I guess Potioner's Trove is good because it gives me green mana. So I didn't... Yeah, I should have thought about that. This draws me a card. I can save it, right? Transcendent Archaic. Oof. For 3 cards? Okay. That is obviously very, very good. I'm gonna, of course, while the coast is clear, slam this Echocasting Symposium. I have a Bitter Triumph. I have the 6 damage spell. If I draw one of those, I might be interested in just killing this right away. I don't know. Embrace the Paradox. Okay. Let's pitch this. All right, so now we're kind of in looking for an answer mode. Deluge Virtuoso, sure. They're going to hit me for 6. Element Mascot. Okay. Okay, fair enough. But we can still just keep making a 4/4 every single turn, right? So that's going to be really hard to grind through. And we're going to certainly loot. Discard Island. 18 cards left. We're now at the point where we just want to just build out a huge board here, I think. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Even if they have a removal spell, I can just like put a bunch of stuff in front of the Archaic and win that way. That's the Impractical Joke I told you all about. Interesting. All right, let's just kill this guy. I'm not interested in, like, blocking one of the creatures that can blow me out with, like, some weird combat trick, you know? All right, so we're down to 9. And they have a removal spell certainly here. Target me. Let's target this. I'm targeting this because if they have a bounce spell, I want to be able to replay this. And I want to keep the flyer in play. Suspend a... Oh, that is a bounce spell. All right. Okay. What do I want to do? Let's get Tablet down. Okay, hit a Swamp. Don't want to play the other Tablet. I can attack with this, but maybe that's just like too aggressive. Why don't we just play all the cards? Let's loot. That's a Berta. 15 cards left. This is certainly not attacking. They have a Tackle Artist they can play. 2 in the air. No, I'm going to chill. Life total discrepancy. They have a Tome Blast in the graveyard. I'm going to chill. Okay. This gives us a window, right? A turn. Now I think I want to make a bunch of flyers instead of looting. Just because they have the elemental mascot in play. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Let's get Berta down. Let's get Tablet down. I don't want red. Blue, I guess. Bitter Triumph. Huh. I don't even know what I want to kill. It might be Tackle Artist. I don't want to take damage, though. No looting. Gain some life. Alright. That was a good turn. Good turn. I should probably set an upkeep stop just because I have access to so much mana. Surveilling makes a lot of sense. Actually, no, I have a Berta. If they kill the Berta, then I might want to surveil. Although I also have loots from the Stadium Title Mage. Rearing Embermare, okay. Repel Calamity, okay. Does this have Vigilance? No. Okay. How do I die? They're at 8 life. I guess a Monstrous Rage kills me? This doesn't look like a Monstrous Rage deck. Does Burst Lightning kill me? I guess Burst Lightning also kills me. I can double block this to take the least amount of damage. This is a big block, because if I just block the mascot... Did they use the Impractical Joke? They did. I think I just want to do this. This means I don't have a lethal attack next turn, but... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was a mistake. Oh, Zealous Lorecaster? That should lock it up, right? Alright, well, let's loot here. Just get more information. Okay. Let's just double check here. End of the hunt. Unsubtle Mockery. Unsubtle Mockery. Prismari Charm. All right. Let's go. Oh, man. Hey, this deck is fun. There's a lot of play to my deck, and all the mana, I mean, certainly can use all of it. So, very, very happy with how things are playing right now. Gonna take a short break, just because I need a little mental reset here. But 4-0, really good start. Really good start. I think this might be the first game where we're on the draw. 2 lands on the draw with a bunch... Like, I literally can't cast anything. Sadly, I gotta mulligan that one. There's just too many things that can go wrong with that hand. Gonna keep this. What I bottom is a very interesting question. I have Visionary's Dance, Echocasting Symposium. Oh, I definitely want to keep the Trove. I want the lands and the Trove and the Bitter Triumph. And then it's between these 2 cards. I'm gonna bottom the Visionary's Dance. I mean, this is just like my win condition, and I have ramp. I just feel like as long as I can just find a creature and get it to stick, it's going to be pretty decent. But I am very aware of the fact that, like, I can just fizzle with this card. Now, my opponent played a turn 2 Sanar into Topiary Lecturer, and I won't be able to kill the Sanar, not anytime soon, so this is certainly in a little bit of trouble here. We're going to go Potioner's Trove, and then I guess next turn we can fire off the Bitter Triumph. Wow. It is interesting, though, that there's a Topiary Lecturer in here. Arcane Omens. Jeez. Yep. Hey, look. We've done it to other people, so I guess it's only fair that they do it to us. Something along those lines. I mean, they can do it for, like, the full amount. I guess I shouldn't have played the land. Yeah, no, that was bad. Oh. End of the hunt. The problem is it doesn't really matter how I do this. Like, my choices are kill the Lecturer. Yeah, my choices are kill the Lecturer or... Sure. Yep. And we get Arcane Omens for our entire hand. We do have a bunch of mana, so obviously we have top decks here. But us not, you know... I mean, if we're on the play, that's way different, because we can kill the Sanar, maybe. And my opponent knows what's up. They're full controlling, so they don't use their treasure on accident, because sometimes the treasure tries to make you do it for the full 5. And we, of course, have no answers. Yeah. I mean, we can draw our own Arcane Omens like that. Yeah. Snarl Song, Stress Stream, Colossus, Titan's Grave. Okay. Well, here we are. They're probably going to use a treasure here to beat down. And it's just top deck mode now. I mean, but they have a better board. They have a Sanar and a Great Hall. And our mana situation is about the same. I'm wondering if I should play this one or tap this. Because if I tap this... I don't want to tap Island. Because if I tap this and play this and I hit an untapped land, I can Surveil. So let's do it this way. Set myself up for an untapped land here to Surveil with Paradox Gardens. Oh, okay, well, we hit Island, so it didn't matter. Alright. So we at least have a massive... Not a massive, but we have a reasonable mana advantage. And we have this... We can Surveil, and they can't, so there's that. So, not out of it just yet, but if they play a big threat here, obviously we are. Nope, just a land. Okay. All right. We got outs. Rubble Rouser? With no cards in hand, I feel like I don't want this card. It does block and generate mana. It's fine. Actually, I shouldn't have played that. Yeah, that was... Okay. I should not... Well, there are pros and cons. But, like, if I play it, I can potentially double Surveil in a turn. But if I draw Stadium Tidal Mage, then I want the card in my hand. And I have to seize the spoils. Actually, it was really bad to play that land. Alright, well, we're getting pretty lucky with the fact that our opponent's, like, missing here. Zealous Lorecaster is fantastic. And we can get something nice. Oh, Echocasting Symposium. Alright, so they have one turn to find an answer to Zealous Lorecaster. Because I'm certainly going for the Echocasting Symposium here. Please miss! They have to Surveil and sacrifice a treasure. They have to. Yeah. They kept! Ugh! Gross! No! Man! Props to the opponent, they're also playing well. And I'm not going to play anything because I want to be able to play a spell into Echocasting Symposium. They have one card. I can play the Berta, but... I mean, they have one card. Yeah, let's play Berta. Maybe they don't have another removal spell. Okay. I mean... Sure. That's unfortunate. It is what it is. We still have a Goblin Glass right to copy, okay? Red. White. Goblin Glass right. Make a treasure. Target. Just don't have another removal spell or counterspell. Like, if you do, then it's just like... Alright. You know... I mean, what can you do? What can you do, right? Honestly. Let's gain some life. And we'll pass. They drew 3 removal spells in a row. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3. Their deck is awesome, but I mean we're undefeated, so now we're at that point where it's going to happen. And here comes a second Snarl Song. Yeah, all right. I mean we're a little bit outclassed. Opponent playing extremely well, also getting lucky, but I think that's part of what it takes to do well in these. I have a lot of mana. I need to draw this into something else. Yeah. Okay, well, that is a deck that makes day 2 of this event. Double Snarl Song, Arcane Omens, Sanar, good mana fixing, in the hands of a capable pilot. Absolutely. I do want the Unsubtle Mockery because they have the Sanar. So I think we want to keep a similar deck. They had a lot of removal, so the Tidal Mage seems pretty bad. And I want to be able to play at instant speed, so I think we're going to do the super slow build again with the Muse's Encouragement. I think the Rubble Rouser's kind of medium. There's also this, but I think this also just dies. God, I can't believe they drew 3 removal spells in a row. like Berta, you have to kill it. Tidal Mage on the Symposium, you have to kill it. And even the removal spell for the Glass Rite. Whew. That's tough. But one thing, by the way, is I forgot that I have 3 losses to give, which is really nice. I'm used to playing the Arena Directs where you only have 2 losses to give. So let's play first. Keep this hand. Certainly need a red source here, so I might just run out the flow state here on turn 2 to try to find a land. And I will. Or, yeah, red source. Yeah, let's get the red source. I mean, End of the Hunt's also good, but I think it's more important to be able to just run out, seize the spoils here. I wish I had End of the Hunt. All right, what do I want to do? Well, I mean, Campus Composer isn't terrible. And it's like a thing that they can't kill very well. So I'm going to play that. Like, they have to have Essence Scatter. Right? And this is also a really good target for Echocasting Symposium. Alright, so they have Quick Study into... I mean, if they Arcane Omens me for 5, so be it. If they Arcane Omens me for 4, I'm okay. They might just do the Sanar thing. Well, this is Foolish Fate. Okay. Sure. Bitter Triumph. 6 cards in hand. Why do you try to tap my black mana, Arena? Let's play Tablet. Arcane Omens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. I mean, I have to play it, right? Let's play Island. Do it for 4. That was good. Really good hit. Alright. What did they hit? There's a Tome Blast, a bunch of lands, 2 cards in hand, Wild Idea, Snarl Song? Sure. Okay. 1 card in hand. I kind of want to kill the Sanar because they can get them a spell, right? So I can go Berta. I mean, I'm going to take a bunch of damage, but I think that's where we're at. I mean, if they kill the Berta, they have Together as 1? All right. You know what? You give them the nice. Their deck is amazing. It's a 10 out of 10, right? Arcane Omens, Together as 1, double Snarl Song, bunch of removal, good mana fixing. That is as good as it gets. All right. We're done. We're done here. The thing is, you know, with this format or whatever, just, you know, these events, especially sealed decks, just like part of the luck is dodging decks like that, where you're just like, well, you have to draw well. Okay, you need a good pull. You need to draw well. Most importantly, or one of the most important things, of course, you also have to play well. So, you know, when one of those things doesn't go your way, sometimes you're just going to lose. And there was just nothing I could have done against that. Good games, opponent. I hope you make day 2. You played well and your deck is great. Gonna go first. Gonna keep this hand. Fields of Strife. Prismari Charm. I wonder if I should just, like, use this to smooth out my draws. I mean, if they play, like, a 1 toughness creature, I might just kill it. Okay, I'll just kill it, I guess. Magma Blood Archaic. So red. I can play it as a 3/3? Is that correct? No, no, no. No, I can't. I need 3 red for that. My hand doesn't really require me to play a tablet this turn, so I'm going to hold off on it. They have Essence Scatter mana available, so this is where I play out the tablet, and then hope we hit a land. We did, so lucky. I mean, that is very lucky. All right, we have the Embrace the Paradox, which is like a last-minute decision to keep. That could end up hurting us here. Can't play the Embrace the Paradox. Oh, I can't play both of these cards. Did not even realize. Oof. It's not great, actually. One, two, three, four, five. I just feel like this is just going to die. All right. I don't know why auto-teppered. It always keeps the red-white land, the dual land untapped. I'm just going to play the Ward 2 spell. It's just really hard to kill. And I might actually just like play Aqueous Aria here next turn. Molten Core Maestro. Okay. The Spellbook Seeker is not ideal, but like Molten Core Maestro is obviously very good. And certainly being punished here by playing the Embrace the Paradox. This could have been a homesickness. That was like the other consideration, but I like that this gave you 1 extra card. And I thought that I had enough green mana in my deck, but of course, that's not always the case. And we're seeing that here. I actually think I'm going to... And then, of course, we draw the forest immediately. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I can play this as a 3/3. I can play this as a 3/3 and play Aqueous Aria. I think I like that. Oh, they did have Essence Scatter up, didn't they? I still think that's like the best thing to do here. I don't have the mana to play like multiple things. Oh, that's a Disdainful Stroke. Okay. And then we'll play the Aria. As it blocks the Spellbook Seeker. And then next turn I'll play Embrace the Paradox and hope to find a black source. But if they have like a big spell here, we're in a lot of trouble. Last Gasp. Okay, we're going to take 8 damage here. Ouch. And End of the Hunt doesn't even kill the Maestro. It kills the stupid Seeker. Okay. Well, let's play this. Let's play this. Let's play Tablet. I have 1 Swamp. Oh! That plays. I mean, this Molten Core Maestro is still going to kill me, but... oh! That gives me a black source immediately. Alright, I'm going to actually keep that. And hope that they just don't have another creature to play here. This has Menace, so I can't really block it. So, this is obviously not like the ideal card in this spot, but it does give me the ability to play End of the Hunt immediately. And I hope they don't have a big creature. I mean, look, there's a lot of stuff that kills us here, but I think we've done everything in our power to survive. So, here we are. Oh my gosh. And they're going to have the mana here to activate their Great Hall of the Biblioplex. So I go to 3. Whoa! That's a big line that they missed. That is a big line that they missed. Alright, blue-red, Goblin Glasswright. Craft with Pride. End of the Hunt. Okay, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make 2 3/3s. All right. It's all we got. Expressive iteration, okay. We can't even surveil off of this thing. I do need to be mindful of, like, I don't need to play any more lands unless it's a land that helps me surveil. Magma Blood Archaic, sheesh. That's good. Oh, they found Vibrant Outburst. All right. Well, the struggle continues. Now, noting here, they had a lot of 3 damage removal. So Stadium Tidal Mage is pretty good. But they did have like a bunch of creatures that I'm interested in killing as well. So I like keeping all of my removal. I think our current build is basically perfect for this type of setup. So, but we'll note that like in controlling matchups, sometimes I'm more interested in playing Muse's Encouragement over the Stadium Tidal Mage. But in a matchup where they have Vibrant Outburst and Last Gasp, I would rather play a bunch of 4 toughness creatures. So just got to keep that in mind. Unless they're, you know, like cheap cards. Like, I guess I could board out the Hydro Channeler. Is that crazy? Maybe I board it out, actually. Hold on, let me think. Yeah, I'm actually going to take this out and board in the Tidal Mage. Just to brick 2 of their good removal spells. Because now I just have the Glass Right, and I just need to make sure that I play it and make a treasure the turn I play it. And yeah, let's go with something like this. All right, on the play, gonna keep this, islands and mountains and a bunch of playable stuff. Bunch of tablets. If they play Tester the Tangential, then I'll kill it again. But if not, I would like to surveil. I don't want the mountain. Do I want the island? I kind of don't want... I mean, it is a control met. You know what? I'll take a land. I'll take a land, sure. Arcane Omens, wow. Okay. I guess here I can discard the mountain. Okay, there's a red-white land. So just need to find a black source here. Rebel Rouser as well from the opponent's side. If they play their own Arcane Omens, we're going to be in trouble for sure. Potioner's Trove. I mean... I have Arcane Omens. What am I even thinking about? Okay. So blue, red, white. I can Arcane Omens them for 4. So that's one of those things where it's like, do I play it when they're just tapped out and go for it? Or do I just try to develop my board and go for Tablet of Discoveries? Now, like I said, they can Arcane Omens me for 3 here. Deluge Virtuoso. That's fine. And I considered exiling a card, but I'll give up the 1 damage here. I might need the mana a little bit more. All right, I'm gonna go Tablet of Discovery. I think they might be leaving up a counterspell of some kind. All right, that's fine. Play that. Hey, that gives us the ability to Arcane Omens for 5, if we need. And if they kill this, I don't care, right? Because I got my treasure out of the deal. So. Spellbook Seeker, okay. Okay, so now we go for it, right? Okay. So red, red. White. Blue. Black. Oh gosh, full control. Red, red, black. They have Disdainful Stroke, I guess. But, you know. Alright. I mean, I guess I could have, like... here's the thing, right? If I play a 4-drop and they stroke it, then, like, I don't get to play Arcane Omens. And then if they go, like, land another spell... like, that's not great for me either, right? So, I don't know. Feels okay to go for it there, but, you know, didn't work out. Alright, so let's play the Campus Composer, and At least we got the counterspell out of the way to the point where now we can maybe go for the Echocasting Symposium on Campus Composer and try to win that way. If they kill this, then obviously that's annoying. Wander off? Oof, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Do I have removal? I have a Prismari Charm. Really need to find my removal. Careful study. Okay, I take 7 damage here. Seize the spoils. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. I can go Lorecaster, but that doesn't actually... I mean, I can Lorecaster back Prismari Charm for... Oh, but I can't cast it. Yeah. I can play Echocasting Symposium. Yeah, let's just do that. Okay, hit a land. Play this. Gain some life. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Yeah, let's attack. So hopefully the Potioner's Trove helps with the racing situation, but we've successfully resolved the Symposium. If they activate the Great Hall of the Biblioplex, I can still block that and the Deluge Virtuoso. Unless they have Vibrant Outburst, I guess. And copying the Rubble Rousers does give us access to a fair amount of mana, which is really nice. And we have to think about like what we can get back here. That looks like they're just hitting us with the Flyer. And yeah, I'm just going to keep making Rubble Rousers, right? Just like an army of 1/4s that can burn my opponent out. Seems good. Not going to be exiling anything yet. I don't think. A Braid? Oh. Oh, that is annoying, because that was my source of life gain. So I'm going to need to find an answer for the Spellbook Seeker. That's a Berta. We have a Zealous Lorecaster. Thinking about what I need to... I mean, I really want to play Zealous Lorecaster, right? I don't think I need the tablet. I'd rather just, like... I don't have the time to, like, tablet. That was really good. Oh, I don't have black mana. Okay, it was less good. I do have a Berta, so at some point I can make it work. Alright, what can I get back with Zealous Lorecaster? 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I get Seize the Spoils. Play Seize the Spoils. Get a treasure. I actually don't know what to get here. I'm gonna get Prismari Charm. I actually maybe should have tapped one of these as well. But yeah, here we are. Also, they have Rubble Rouser, so this is kind of rough. They didn't actually burn me, which I think was a pretty big mistake. They should have gotten in for an extra point of damage there. So now we can start copying Lorecasters. They're 15, I have 4 cards. Alright. Oh, Heated Argument was a great draw. Okay, that's amazing. I don't have black mana, so let's get Seize the Spoils. Okay, so what can we do? We can play Seize the Spoils, and then cast End of the Hunt. I also have Berta. I actually don't even... Well, I can also play the Berta, right? Blue, green... Let's play Berta. Okay. Gotta think here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I just chill, right? We just chill. Actually, I can attack with this. Wow. Okay. Let's go Prismari Charm on the Great Hall. Oh, it's non-land permanent. Oops. So I can do it like this. Oh, but then I can't play End of the Hunt. You know what? I'll just let it die. All right, sure. Let's kill their land. Let's think here. Yeah, I should just do this now, honestly. Yeah, you know, honestly, after this match, I think I'm going to need to take a break. I don't think I'm playing well. I don't think I'm playing well at all here. Like, that turn sequence, I could have just accomplished a lot more. Now, I do think I'm still pretty likely to win this game, but I should have killed the Rubble Rouser, so now, like, I take an extra point of damage off the Rubble Rouser. I could have maybe gotten in for a better attack. There's just, like, a lot I could have done. And I do recognize this. I mean, I don't know what they can possibly have here. Oh, Vibrant Outburst? Yeah, they could have Vibrant Outburst. To my face? Is this a removal spell? Last Gasp. Okay. Okay, I guess we die to a burn spell off the top, like a Tome Blast. That would be super heartbreaking. Alright. Okay. I do like my decision to not play the Hydro Channeler. I do not like my play overall this game, so I need to lock in here, as the kids say. Got a bunch of this cheap removal. I got this Embrace the Paradox, which might be a little bit slow on the draw. They actually have like a fair amount of creatures. I think I'm gonna cut the green, add an extra swamp, and then play the Last Gasps. Something like that. On the draw, you know? Just give me like a little more ways to deal with all their cheap creatures. Like the 4-mana 3/3. Maybe just like one Last Gasp. I don't know. Yeah, let's try that. Our late game's pretty good. I just want to make sure that like I have answers to the Spellbook Seeker. So... Alright. A totally fine hand. We have Bitter Triumph, Goblin Glassright. End of the Hunt. I should mark the swamp that I added, you know, just so I can feel good about myself. Like, hey, look what I did. Look what I did. Just gonna get the Mana Dork here, and then next turn I'll go Glassright, make a treasure. Stock up, that's a good one. Also, I mean, Berta just, it can be impressive, but like against other soup decks, like it will die like a very large percentage of the time. And so it's like, it's just not quite as good as it seems, in my opinion. Like it's a fine card for sure. 6 cards in hand for the opponent. Charging Strife Knight. Arcane Omens. Yeah, we're going to do that. Especially given that they have Disdainful Stroke. Like, we should just get our 4/1 and be happy with it. Another target for Last Gasp, by the way. They get to keep 1 card. We are at 17, but our hand is pretty nice. Like, I can play both of these. What did they discard? Whew! My goodness. Pensive Professor. Okay. Do you have a 1-mana play? That would be sick if they did. If it's a land, they should maybe play it. It's weird. Oh, they did have a 1-mana play. Holy smokes. So they kept one of those cards and drew the other one. So they kept the Professor and ripped the Impractical Joke. Are you kidding? Oh, man. All right. I guess I did rip Arcane Omens or something, so. Ooh, Last Gasp. I'm going to actually do that. Instead of running into Disdainful Stroke or Essence Scatter. I'm at 8 life. Deluge Virtuoso, okay. Now we can run it out. I'm going to play this to beta removal. Take action, discard. I don't really know what to discard here. I'm at 8 life. This gets me more cards and gives me mana. Guess we'll discard the Tidal Mage, because I can play this next turn. Oh my gosh. Fair enough. Alright. I'm gonna go to 4 here. I mean, now it's just like even, right? Even Steven. We're gonna play this and not attack, I guess. Actually, they have 1 card. Yeah, let's just chill. I mean, life totals are 4 to 18. If they kill one of my things, I can still block. Unless they play a 5-mana removal spell. Alright, well, I mean, this is an epic game. What the hell? Okay. Oh, sure. Just don't have a stroke. I mean, okay. I mean, we started out nice, but like, we are now on the other side of this, where I need my opponents to like not, like, yeah, That's so gross. Like, if this resolves, and, you know, then I can get back to Symposium and win the game. But, like, the sequence of draws that my opponent has had here to get them out of this has been ridiculous. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they found a removal spell here for Rebel Rouser. Okay, or just, you know, play a 6/6. Yeah, this is gross. I mean, this is gross. Yeah, alright. Well. I mean, that's... Look, we're playing for a lot here, right? That is an absolutely obscene sequence of draws. Oh my gosh. So we were 4-0 and things were looking really good, but now our back is against the wall. We have to rattle off 3 in a row. Gonna try my best here. But if we don't get there, we don't get there. All right, 2 islands on the draw with a Potioner's Trove I will keep. Hopefully we draw land number 3. We drew a second Potioner's Trove. Black-red, Melancholic Poet. Ooh, black-red, Melancholic Poet. Okay, so we haven't drawn lands here in back-to-back. They're playing Mardu. I mean, any untapped land here. Because they went Melancholic Poet into Potioner's Trove. All right, well, we drew a tap land there, which is obviously, like, terrible, but hopefully we can recover here. Another untapped land would be great just to help me stabilize. Like, I can go Potioner's Trove into Tablet of Discovery. If I do not draw a land, then probably it's best to just run out Tablet of Discovery to try to hit a land to play. They had a really tough choice there. Like, they could have played something. I mean, it could just be Arcane Omens. Which would be for... Given how they're tapping here, if this is Arcane Omens, like, they haven't really been playing on Arena very much, because you can just auto-tap that. Oh, never mind. It is Magma Blood Archaic. We've been seeing a lot of this. And that is a 6/6 Trampler. This is brutal. Okay, so I'm going to cast Seize the Spoils, because I have to kill this thing, and try to hit a land. Because this gives me the black mana to play End of the Hunt. We can discard one of the troves, I think. Okay. Okay. Just trying to stay alive here. Let's seize the spoils into untapped land was very good. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Alright, this is a Tablet of Discovery turn. Hydro Channeler. Sure. Blocks the Poet. Is an extra card. Alright, we are on the verge of, you know, stabilizing here. We're only at 14. If they have a kill... I guess if they have a last gasp or something, and they could surveil and they gain life. Yeah, it's fine. So 3, 4, 5. I have the Echocasting Symposium. They have 2 cards though, and we still don't have like removal that we can play. Here's a big spell, probably. Sundering Archaic on Tablet of Discovery. Sure. Alright. 1 card in hand for the opponent. I still want to get my mana going. So I think we go Potioner's Trove into Rubble Rouser. Discard the Glassrite. Try to find a land. I will play the land. If they kill this, then I take a lot of damage. Because, yeah. Alright, well, we'll block here. We go to 9. Maybe they're out of action. That would be nice. Sundering Archaic means that my Zealous Lorecaster doesn't really do anything. So, obviously, I would like to find a way to kill that. Do they have, like, an Abrade? They might have an Abrade. I hope they Abrade my Potioner's Trove. Nope. Oh, Heated Argument. That's a really good draw. And I can gain life as well. So we're gonna just do that. I have a bunch of spells in my yard, sure. Like, of course, I want to get the Lorecaster Symposium combo going. It's a little bit, and I felt like it was a little bit too risky going for the Symposium here. Like, I mean, they could have a removal spell, but at the same time, I also just killing the Archaic seems good because that allows me to then use my Lorecaster to just continue to get back Heated Argument. They're shuffling creatures back in, okay. All right. I'll take that shuffle. Okay, we'll just kill this. Exile that. Gain life. All right. 2 cards in hand for the opponent here. We have a Zealous Lorecaster to get back Heated Argument. We have Echocasting Symposium. Pull from the grave. Oh, that's gross. I guess they only got back 1 card. I wonder what they kill. Probably the Rubble Rouser, right? Really? Okay. I think that was a mistake. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Arcane Omens. That doesn't do anything. Alright, so I can just get back Heated Argument here. While they're tapped out. So then I can kill the Archaic and then, you know, proceed, if you will. I'm not going to hit them for 1. You can shuffle that back in. Okay. 1 card in hand. If they had a kill spell, they would have killed my Lorecaster. I'm going to just copy my Lorecaster. I just don't think they have a removal spell. I will play the land, actually, because I can discard the Arcane Omens. So now I can stop on my upkeep. When do I cast this? You may cast a copy of it at the beginning of each of your main phase. Okay. That's an Abigail. 4, 5, okay. I guess I can still draw. That I can't cast either. All right. 3 Zealous Lorecasters. We have the combo. Okay, they have flyers. So I do have to be mindful of that. But they are at 15 life. I mean, I'm taking a bunch of damage, actually. I need to kill this Abigail. So I go to 7. Berta. I mean, we're very, very close to killing them here, right? So I have 4 4/4s in play. My color sources are betraying me, though. All right. So Sundering Archaic, Abigail. Definitely a matchup where I think Last Gasp is very interesting to me. So I think that this is another matchup where I just forego the green, add a swamp, add a couple of Last Gasps, and just make sure that I have enough ways to kill their smaller creatures. And let's think about the other cards here. I still think I like the Arcane Omens. Like, it's just such a good card to ramp into. But, of course, on the draw, it's definitely worse. I don't really know what to cut here. Maybe it's a Tidal Mage. All right. Okay, there are the swamps. On the draw, I do have a Rubble Rouser on 3, which I think is not irrelevant. I did add like a bunch more black sources. I think, I'm going to keep this, but it's a little questionable. The fact that I have Island and Mountain is also nice because if I draw Prismari Charm, I can also use that as a way to smooth out my draws. So let's keep it. And, you know, again, it's like if I draw land number 3, the Rubble Rouser gives me a much higher chance to be able to like play out the rest of my stuff. So, okay, we drew a land. Great. I feel much, much better about this hand, of course. Abigail. Swamp? No. All right, so the question is, what do I discard here? I'm going to discard Arcane Omens. Inkshape Demonstrator. Swamp. That plays. That plays. Let's get that off the battlefield. All right, 3 cards left in hand for the opponent. We're at 15. We have the ability to cast Heated Argument here. Magma Blood Archaic. We are definitely gonna... Man. 5/5. Unsubtle Mockery. I have to kill this now. I'm gonna just keep taking 3 here. Like, if they play a spell, it's just such a disaster. And I just take unnecessary damage. This has Ward 2. Kind of interested in killing that. This is really interesting. I think I'm going to go for just killing this and then gaining life. And then I'm just going to put like anything in the graveyard to have food, I think. Yeah. For the Zealous Lorecaster, and we gain some life. All right, so stabilizing against this aggressive start. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. Lorehold. Yikes! Oh, no. And I lost my Heated Argument. Ugh. They ripped Unsubtle Mockery? What? Is this on my upkeep? So they discarded a card and miracled in Unsubtle Mockery. This is the story of today. Oh man, okay. Oh my gosh. This gives me a flying chump blocker, I suppose. I was feeling good about this too. Golly. Okay. So we have we still have 2 good black removal spells. We have 2 good black removal spells here. I mean, if you have a kill spell, kill this. It's not even like a question. Right? But they also can just miracle stuff. Oh, man. How is this even a... You drew Stargaze and you don't want to cast it? What the hell? Oh, I guess they were just deciding the number. Yeah, sure. Alright, this one's going to be tough to win. Stargaze is really good against me. Wow, and they hit a couple of... Okay, yeah, their deck's really nice. Melancholic Poet. Seize the spoils. Yeah, we're going to do that. I think it's better to seize the spoils and look for a way to kill Lorehold. Oh, gosh. That's brutal. Well, okay, so they have 2 cards. They dug deep. So, I'm at 4 life. I think there's a really good chance they have a removal spell. So, is it better for me to cast Flow State to try to find one of my 2 ways to kill Lorehold? Sure. Well, we missed. Man, that sucks. Okay. All right. I mean, we died to anything. That was a very, very bad sequence. Okay, so let's just get our minds back into this, going into game number 3, because we got Loreholded into Oblivion. Lots of creatures. I do like my decision to play the last gasps. Plenty of targets, right? Double Stone Docent, Abigail, Imperious Ink Mage, Melancholic Poet, and then a lot of their removal. I don't actually know, but like having a 4/4 seems good too. All they need to do is like drain me with the Poet somehow, some way. And after a big Stargaze, I'm assuming we die. I mean, given how long they're taking, I'm assuming they're not... Yeah. They have Emeritus of Woe as well. Alright, well, their deck looked kind of average in game number 1, but now they played Lorehold and Emeritus, so... Yeah. Alright, Arcane Omens is very good. I changed my decision. It is very good. Yep. Alright. GG's. They're splashing for Lorehold and Unsubtle Mockery. Okay. Alright. I mean, I don't have like any counter spells or anything like that. The question is, how fast do I think my opponent... How fast is my opponent's deck? Like, on the play, can I afford to play? This doesn't kill Lorehold, right? It's a 5/5. Can I afford to play, like, the green stuff? I don't think so. I think I'm happy with just having access to all the black interaction and just playing it this way. What did I add? I just completely forgot what I added to my deck. I think I played 41. That's what happened. All right, let's go down one last gasp on the play and have another red source. Do something like that. I'll need it a little bit less. Also, I just shouldn't have been playing 41 cards. All right, on the play, 2 Mountains and a Potioner's Trove and a Rubble Rouser. All right. Another one of those like dicey hands where if I draw land number 3, things are looking okay. This is certainly worse because I'm on the play, but I think there's enough here that it's worth keeping. All right. Island off the top. Just be there. Yes. Okay. Okay. All right. A little bit of luck coming our way as well. You love to see it. Melancholic Poet is the play from the opponent. Do I want to get Rubble Rouser down or Potioner's Trove? I mean, I guess I could just kill this thing. But I kind of want to save my removal for their bigger things. So let's play Rubble Rouser. I mean, they both generate me mana, you know? But this gives me an extra blocker if they, like, kill my Hydro Channeler or something. Abigail? Okay. I mean, that's a better target for End of the Hunt, right? Let's see. One card in hand. Sure. All right, so now we're set up for like any big draws. We can play a relatively large Magma Blood Archaic as well. Oh, gosh. Gross. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, am I supposed to wait? The thing is, like, that's so risky. Like, I could just easily have another removal spell, you know? Okay, that was good. Wow. Okay, so we do this. Exile, Mountain. And then get them with this. Whew. Big top deck. Big top deck. They have a lot of bombs that we need. They might just play Lorehold here. Okay, Melancholic Poet. Double Drain available. If they kill something. Campus Composer. I have access to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So don't quite have enough for Campus Composer shenanigans. I will attack with the Zealous Lorecaster. And then now I gotta think. I think I want to play this just because it's hard to kill. Although, noting that if they do kill it, it's like kind of annoying because I could have gotten value. If I wait one more turn, for this, and if I draw a land, then I can play it and make a 3/3. So maybe then playing the Magma Blood Archaic is better. And I think they would have killed this. I don't know why they want me to tap my Rubble Rouser. 2, something like that. Red, blue, green. Yeah. The Hydro Channeler doesn't do anything, so. I mean, maybe they do have a removal spell for Zealous Lorecaster, but I don't know. I feel like killing this, draining me for 2, like a 4/4, just seems good, right? So, let's see where this goes. Wow, nothing? Okay, untap land. Like, now we're in a spot where, like, anything is good. Okay, well, not Potioner's Trove, of course. I mean, I'm assuming the Archaic's dying here. Maybe not. Wow, what the hell? They just have nothing? I'm gonna keep the Trove in my hand because I have various looting and rummaging effects. I feel like I have enough mana with what's in play. Why did they... What? They just took 5 damage first? Alright, now with 3 cards in graveyard. Alright, pull from the grave, sure. I will just start pinging them. I don't really have things to get back anyways. Alright, Aqueous Aria. Attack. Gain some life. Play a Paradox Gardens. I think Surveil lands definitely have value here. Potioner's Trove. 3 cards in hand. Another Poet. Do I do this? No, I'm going to draw. Yeah, that's fine. And then... Do I trade this for a Poet to prevent, like, some life gain? It's a consideration. I can also attack with everything. Yeah. So they kill the Campus Composer, but they go to 2. Alright. So now I can play this and not play the Forum of Amity. This is just better, right? And then I can still Surveil. And then I can still gain a bunch of life if I need. Alright, 2 cards in hand for the opponent. I just hope they don't play like Moment of Reckoning or something. Which would be very bad. I mean, Sundering Archaic. There's a lot of good cards, of course, but we at least have a good mana setup. And we have... Unbelievable. Gosh. All right, that's a moment of reckoning. All right, whatever. We fight on. We fight on. That's crazy. All right, I'm still going to just draw for turn because I want to be able to play the spell that I find. That is a Bitter Triumph. I'm going to save that for Lorehold. And I'm going to keep this card in my hand as well. That's so insane. Okay. I mean, now it's anybody's game. Surveil. Don't want to land. Arcane Omens. They keep looking at their graveyard. I don't know what their last card is. Alright, let's just fire it off. Oh! Look at that. Look at what we found. They don't want to kill my Trove? Okay, I'm happy we got a card off of that thing. Alright, so that is a Bitter Triumph. Do I take the damage? I think so. Alright. Heated Argument is good. Remember, I still have, like, Stadium Title Mages and stuff, so... Oh, man. I'm gonna take the 2 still from the Poet. Owlin Historian, okay. I think I'd rather kill that if possible. Yeah. Flow State, great draw. Echo... Ugh. Okay. I think I value... I think I value the Surveil more than the life gain. Yeah, definitely. Okay, we need a creature, I guess. They probably have a removal spell, to be honest. But it's fine. This doesn't fizzle, so... Okay, we'll keep Unsubtle Mockery. I guess we'll just fire it off. If they have a combat trick, I'd rather not. Alright, Stadium Title Mage we're definitely keeping. Gaining life. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need to play the land to be able to cast both of these cards. So Stadium Title Mage. I have 13 cards left. Okay, now we'll set a stop on our upkeep. If they kill this, obviously that's really unfortunate. They did. So we're going to need to surveil and try to find more creatures. But now we have enough mana where we can, like, dig. What a game. Blue-red land, surveil. Goblin Glass, right? I guess we'll keep. Okay. I'll keep that, I guess. All right. Hey, look at that. They don't have anything, right? I'll do it during their upkeep. Because I feel like if they had a spell, they would have fired it off. Okay. 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 5 and 2. We still need to rattle off 2 more. Thought we were going to lose there, to be honest, to win this, to make it to day number 2. All right. Opponent on the play. We're going to keep this. We got a flow state. Our opponent is... Wow. Okay, I'm going to slow down because I think they're going to throw me off my game. Do you see how fast they're playing? Let's see. Blue-green land, black-white land. I do have a black source and I don't have any white cards. So let's play Paradox Gardens. Alright, Goblin Glassright. We get to play the Channeler. Diary of Dreams. Uh-oh. That's a good sequence. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the Shatter type card out of the board. I am going to flow state here for little value. Do what I gotta do. That is a Prismari Charm, which is fine. Play this, and no attacks. So I can Arcane Omens for 4. It's pretty good, unless they kill my Channeler. Flow state, okay. I mean, they're going to play a land, right? So... Molten Note. Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright. I am going to... They have 3 cards. I'm going to bounce the Diary of Dreams. It's got 3 counters on it. I don't want them to, like, use that as a way to draw cards for cheap, you know? Stadium Title Mage, good. So we're turning off the Diary of Dreams, and then now we're going to take some damage here, but we at least get to empty out their hand. So then we have to... I mean, we're taking 6 damage. This isn't free by any means, but I think it's the play. Alright, got a bunch of decent spells, but I don't think we're like a super big favorite here because they play the Stadium Title Mage. Honestly, we would have had a better chance if they just ran out Diary of Dreams. Speaking of which, they have 2 of those. Alright, so that is a Magma Blood Archaic, and they have 1 card. I guess I should play it. Something like that. No! No! Oh, that's gross. Mana Sculpt? Come on. Like I said, I didn't think I was a big favorite there anyways, but that is disgusting. I need to find a removal. I'm at 4. Alright. You don't have another counterspell. No shot. Oh, Spell Pierce. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Spell... Wow. I don't know if I want the Stadium Title Mage. Like, I just died to, like, a jank 2-drop and a 4-drop, right? Let's cut the Embrace. Yeah, let's just play something like that. Keep that. It's like Goblin Glassright. They play a Goblin Glassright. Let's play Potioner's Trove. Craft with Pride. Attack. They get to play Craft with Pride. They stay back. Makes sense. Let's think. I mean, if they have Mana Sculpt, that's fine, right? This is not a wizard. Yeah. Let's discard Mountain. Let's attack. I'll play the land. Alright, they discarded Visionary Dance. So, I mean, we at least have some offense here. They can't just, like, keep up counter magic or whatever. Okay. Gonna attack first. Discard Island. Johnny's Response. Okay. Let's play Tablet. Oh, we can cast it! I mean, obviously they can Spell Pierce it or whatever. Or Mana Sculpt, but... the way that I look at that, it makes them use a treasure, and I got to play it for free, right? So, it you know, not the end of the world. Startled Relic Sloth is a nice target to kill. We drew a land, so we can go Heated Argument and Rubble Rouser, I guess. And just like no discard. Sure. Would be nice if I had a Surveil land in play, right? It's like 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Molten Note there. We have Magma Blood Archaic, which probably gets countered. Let's do it again. 2 red, 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 red. Oh, hold on. No. 2, 2 red. Right, red. This could get stroked. Oh, wait. Can I do it for the full amount? Oh, wait. There we go. Oh, I messed that up. Son of a gun. I messed that up. I could have done it for... Yeah, I should have done it. This should be a 7/7. Oh my gosh, that's really bad. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to play a land here so I don't get Spell Pierced out of the tournament. And I do it for the full amount, right? Yeah. Yeah, that was really bad. They should be at 4. They should be at 4. All right. Whew. Yeah. All right, so we got that one. I don't think too much changes here. What did I even board out? How do I have 40? What did I end up boarding out? Oh, Embrace the Paradox. Yeah, I mean, when you're playing against like Spell Pierces, I like it a little bit less. You know what I mean? I want to like tone down some of my like expensive sorceries or spells. So, yeah, let's rock it. I thought I won the match, by the way. I'm way more sad. All right. Yeah, we got super lucky. I mean, look, we have had opponents get lucky on us, and we got really lucky as well. That tablet hit on Arcane Omens was ridiculous. This is a slower matchup, so I'm going to keep a hand with 3 lands, but noting that I have nothing to do. I do have a lot of ramp effects that I can draw into, and I'm hoping that I draw one of those. But certainly, if they go like 2-drop, 3-drop, it can be bad. But if not, then we have a game. Yeah. What do I discard? I mean, I don't have a black source, so probably End of the Hunt. Because Heated Argument I can at least cast. Yeah. And Glorious Decay against Double Diary of Dreams seems pretty good. Yep, there's the Diary of Dreams. We drew the Swamp. Let's play Tidal Mage. And I just pitched the Berta. I'd rather have Glorious Decay here, honestly. Noting that neither are like that great or whatever. Heated Argument. Okay, so we can... They're going to have a Diary of Dreams, but they're not going to have a hand. So, it's going to be close. Let's just get the last 3 cards out of their hand. Okay, they had nothing. Okay, but... So this is why I want that green... I wanted the green source for the Glorious Decay, right? Flow State. I have a sorcery in my graveyard. No instant, surprisingly. Alright. I mean, it's not crazy to like... It's not crazy to like flow state and try to find a green source, I guess. Molten Note. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. That's a tablet. I guess we'll keep the tablet. I'll play the tablet. Natural Forest would be amazing. Nope. Man, I mean, I boarded this in, but I just don't... I don't have the green source, right? We have 2 potions, like a forest, and a green tap land, and treasure makers. Like, it is a top priority to kill this Diary. What do I get back? Flow state, I guess? Okay. I'm going to hold off on it, though. Because, obviously, this is about attrition. God, that Diary of Dreams. Super good in this matchup. Super good. Yep. Echocasting Symposium. Oh, yikes. All right, so let's go. Let's kill this. Let's exile this. Play flow state. All right. I mean, I'll be able to kill the Diary. I'm going to take this. I can't play the Hydro Channeler, so let's just take Seize the Spoils. And then we'll pass. So they get 2 more cards off the Diary, and then so again, Arcane Omen, like they got all their cards back. This is a completely even game. This can go either direction. %100% even game. It's no longer even. They resolved Visionary's Dance. All right, we found Bitter Triumph. What do I want to discard with Seize the Spoils? I think it's just Tablet of Discovery, honestly. Yeah. Okay, that was good. Okay. They're upkeep surveilling. They can double upkeep surveil, by the way. They kept. It's not good. I am going to not surveil on my upkeep because I have the Echocasting Symposium. Oh, wow. Hold on. I might need to upkeep. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, they have 2 flyers. That's rough. I think I need to kill one. Let's gain some life. All right. Okay, they bend an island. Okay, that's a land. We will use this treasure here to surveil. We should set an upkeep stop. It's interesting only because it gives me something to cast the Symposium on. I guess I'm going to keep it. Okay. All right, we'll keep the land in our hand. Now we can set an upkeep stop. So we can gain 2 life every turn now, which is very good. And then we're making a 2/2 every turn as well. So, I mean, it's obviously it's not insane, but it's a guaranteed spell. You know what I mean? Which is why I kept it. But you know, I think you can make an argument for whichever there. I'm actually not going to surveil, or do I surveil with the treasure? I'm going to surveil with the treasure. Unsubtle Mockery we keep. All right. We'll target this because they can bounce this one. Okay. Gain 2 life. They're going to surveil end of turn. All right, we kill this. Don't want the mountain. Set an upkeep stuff. They kept. Okay, that's not great. 2 cards in hand for the opponent. They kept. Startled Relic Sloth, sure. Big life linker. I think it was correct to kill that thing, but now obviously, like, how much more removal do I even have left, right? I've looked at a lot of cards. Let's see. I have the 2 black removal spells that I've used. Heated Argument and Unsubtle Mockery. That might have been all of it. I still have a Visionary's Dance in my deck, which would be very good, of course. And then the lower hold thing. White. Because I want to keep the Potioner's Trove to gain life. I don't want another Trove. I think I'd rather just have more action. I'm going to keep these lands in my hands because I think I have, let's see, do I have looting effects? I use Seize the Spoils, and I use the Stadium Tidal Mage. Did I board in the other Tidal Mage? Maybe I want. Maybe I'll play another Mountain. I need to find some way to, like, attack through these sloths. They keep topping. 10, 12... 13, 14, 15. I guess they have basically all spells left. They have 2 spells and like 2 lands and all spells. Oh, that's really good. Oh my gosh, Artistic Process. Yeah, that's really, really good. 2 damage to everything. Yeah, okay. I mean, we've been digging, right? We've been digging. But now this is like 2 large monsters. They still have a card in hand. All right, so let's go white, red, blue, red. Surveil. Don't want the island. And we drew a land. Can't cast this. And sadly, that is an end to our run. Wow, we really whiffed there at the end. We really whiffed there at the end. Look at this. Like, we just... Yeah. I mean, they also had the Surveil land. So, it is what it is. GG's. And that is our run. Man, that's really unfortunate. What were some moments there? I did discard Berta really, really early on. I mean, they probably would have had a kill spell for it. But we made a pretty deep run. We went 5-3. Now, granted, we started out 4-0. Getting to 5 wins is still very, very good, but I think we ran a little bit bad to pick up some of our early losses. And here, just a close matchup, a suit matchup, really needed to find that green source earlier to be able to kill the opponent's Diary of Dreams, which, I don't think the card's great, but in a sealed deck context, certainly playable. And I think the first copy, especially if you have enough spells, is totally fine, which is why we boarded this in. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 7 ways to, like, cast the Glorious Decay. But we just found it a little bit too late. Yeah. What else do we have to draw? Magma Blood Archaic would have been cool. But yeah, I mean, certainly this deck is a little bit light on win conditions. Zealous Lorecaster would have been nice. But like Echocasting Symposium is it won us a bunch of games, but it's a little bit weird just because like I don't have a million creatures to play. And so finding that right balance between playing more creatures and the Symposium could have been a thing. Like, I definitely could have played like a Tidal Mage and cut Embrace the Paradox. So maybe I should have just done that. I really like drawing extra cards, but I think with the Symposium, I think that's probably what I should have done. So I think overall, we played reasonably well, and we just didn't quite get there. I think this deck was fine. I think it's certainly capable of making day 2 with some really good, really tight play. We had very, very solid interaction, right? Not insane, but like just enough, right? 5 removal spells, well, not Prismari Charm. All right, so I guess we didn't have that much, no. We had 4 removal spells, 2 of which I had to splash for. But we had good fixing and card advantage cards. We had the 2 Troves and the 2 Tablets for good ramp into our expensive cards. We had some card draw here in the flow state and some card flow with the Stadium Tidal Mage. So, again, I think this deck was completely fine. But I would, if I were to give this pool a rating, I would get, like, I didn't have Snarl Songs or anything like that. Like I would give this pool like a 5 out of 10, just like a dead average pool. And sadly, we didn't quite get there, but we got to 5 wins. We got some gems. Really do want to make a good run, especially because this one is limited. And I have been doing pretty well in sealed, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And we still, won 5 matches, got a bunch of gems back. And unfortunately, no day 2 qualifier weekend this time around. Feels bad. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Also check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. They're also holding a Mayhem special. The more information is in the description below, but basically they're giving out $50 in store credit every single day until May 28th, which culminates in a sale on May 29th, where you can get 8% store credit on all your purchases. So make sure you check that out. Also check out heavyplay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. They are the place to go to for top of the line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.